Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and it is Sunday, so we are doing breaches of the week. But here's the thing: I am currently on a plane right now, as you are sitting here listening or hearing this, and that is a huge problem because, quite frankly, I can't talk to you live. So this is pre-recorded, and we're only going to do one very specific breach, and that breach is our reality. Now, here's what's going on, and we'll go back to regular breaches of the week next Sunday, but I want to talk about an article that Derek B. Johnson of Cyberscoop wrote, basically on a tangent on this, and I think this is exactly the problem that we're going to have. And here is the problem that we're having in society with platforms like Meta, and also as we are sitting here losing our reality in a 2024 election due to all the deep fakes and whatnot and their inability to police it. And so here's what's going on according to this article. Meta's quasi-independent oversight board basically sharply rebuked Meta itself this past Monday, like 6 days ago, for only applying its rules for manipulated media to AI generated material, arguing that the policy is quote unquote incoherent and possesses serious risk ahead of a string of elections around the world in 2024. It's not just the United States. There are elections happening globally, and they're all susceptible to this as well. Now, the board described Meta's policy as, quote, lacking in persuasive justification and incoherent and confusing to users, end quote, as part of a ruling to leave up a manipulated video that claimed the current president of the United States, Joe Biden, was a pedophile. That's right. It's insane. The board concluded that the company had been correct in allowing that video to remain on Meta's platform, but said its broader rules around manipulated media fail to treat so-called cheap fakes, which alter videos without the use of AI, with the same level of seriousness as AI manipulated content. Now, the board urged the platform to cast a wider net ahead of basically this historic global election that we're having here in the United States. It is turned up to 11, and the experts are warning that these kinds of things, manipulated media, could influence pretty much everybody. I've talked about this continuously due to confirmation bias. Now, the board's decision focuses on a number of videos based on actual footage that appeared on the platform last year that showed Biden voting in the 2022 midterm elections. In the video, the president places an I voted sticker above his granddaughter's chest after she requested that he do so. But that short snippet was edited to loop over and over and over to make it appear as if he was groping or inappropriately touching his granddaughter's chest, while overlaying a caption labeling him a sick pedophile, quote unquote. I mean, it's crazy. Like, that's crazy. I don't care if it's Trump. Like, this is not right. Now, after the video was reported by Meta users, a human review determined that it did not violate the company's policies around manipulated content because it was not generated using artificial intelligence, and the editing was deemed to be obvious enough that it would not fool an average user. Quote, experts the board consulted in public comments broadly agreed on the fact that non-AI altered content is prevalent and not necessarily any less misleading. For example, most phones have features to edit content, end quote. And they went actually on, so I'll give you another quote as well. Therefore, the policy should not treat deep fakes differently to content altered in other ways, for example, cheap fakes, end quote. Now, currently, basically, Meta only considers video that is manipulated through AI-based tools, as well as media depicting people saying things they haven't, as violations. It does not cover manipulated audio or media depicting people doing things that they never did. And for the record, Meta is one of those ones that cut their safety teams to the bone, then went to Congress like a week or two ago and basically said, oh, well, we restructured our safety teams to make them better, which is totally BS. They have a history on this platform of fostering genocide through disinformation, war crimes, everything else. They can't even clean up sexual abuse material when it comes to children and others as well. This is a huge problem. And while they get good grades in the sense of like, oh, well, Meta reports more than anybody else on things like child sexual abuse material, they've got billions of users, meaning per capita, they're still way down. It's very misleading statistics. So this is a huge problem that we have. And as we are walking into the 2024 election, we should all be on high alert for these things. In the same way I've talked about this before, these deep fake audio, just as regular, let's say, non-AI manipulated things. Honestly, Like, it's absolutely nuts. And so we have to be on guard for this. I don't care what side of the political aisle you're on. This is a huge problem. We all need to be invested and involved together in combating this. So that is your very special breach of the week. Like I said, regular breaches of the week will return a week from today on Sunday, as again, I pre-recorded this. And thank you so much for watching or listening, depending on how you get my info. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP, where apparently you're going to see disinformation and they really don't seem to give a damn. YouTube as well. You should subscribe to me. Maybe they give a little bit more of a damn. I'm not so sure at this point. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please attempt to stay private. And please, 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 please understand you're going to see fake things. Don't fall for them this election cycle. Take care.